Child Emperor uses his robot underdog man number 22 to analyze a monster named Eyesight's poisons to find a cure for the paralysis. He proceeds to detonate underdog man when it's near Eyesight, but that did not successfully kill her as she hardened her skin. Eyesight then manages to find Child Emperor, but is interrupted and eaten by Pig God, S-Class Hero rank 10. Pig God decides to go after the other monsters in Y City afterwards. Guru tries to go after Watchdog Man, S-Class Hero rank 12, but a monster beats him to it. Drive Knight, S-Class Hero rank 9, interrogates a monster he spared after killing the others. Death Gatling, Class A Hero rank 8, gathers other heroes to fight 100 Eyes Octopus, but Flashy Flash, S-Class Hero rank 13, arrives and grievously wounds it with his incredible speed. Right when Flashy Flash is about to unleash his final move, Tatsumaki, S-Class Hero rank 2, arrives and kills 100 Eyes Octopus with ease, berating Flashy Flash for being too slow before leaving, but not before Flash insults her back. Sweet Mask kills monsters in his concert, and Moomin Rider and Tank Top Master defeat monsters in the hospital. Atomic Samurai attends a meeting with the Council of Swordmasters, Nichiren, Amahair, Zanbai, and Harajiri, to discuss the Guru problem. Harajiri reveals that he has sided with the Monster Association, and gives the Sword Masters 3 monster cells which will amplify their strength, speed and skill at the cost of their humanity and turning them into monsters. Harajiri tries to kill Atomic Samurai, as per order of Monster Association, but Atomic Samurai slays Harajiri before leaving with his disciples, Bushi Drill, Ian and Okamaitachi, to find the Monster Association base. Meanwhile in the Super Fight tournament, Saitama defeats Soreface and Chose before facing off against Suiryu in the finals, with Suiryu promising to show Saitama what martial arts are all about. During the fight Suiryu begins to express his disdain about the hero lifestyle, and tries to persuade Saitama not to become a hero since it is pointless and boring to do heroic justice and save the day. Instead, Suiryu remarks that people with great strength such as Saitama should seek thrills, just like him before he kicks Saitama in the head. Angered and annoyed, Saitama lets the kick connect, knocking the wig off his head. Finally exposed, Saitama throws a short-range punch while exclaiming that if Suiryu's goal is to seek fun, he shouldn't try to make himself stronger than he is currently. However, Saitama restrains his punch before it hits Suiryu, which creates a powerful shockwave that blows off Suiryu's clothes, exposing his muscular body and leaving him in a state of deep shock. Despite Saitama being disqualified, Suiryu still attacks Saitama in anger, even using his final attack, Void Phoenix Ascension Fist. Saitama is unfazed by the assault. When Saitama says that martial arts are techniques that make you look cool, and starts spinning around, Suiryu tries to attack Saitama yet again but is knocked back by Saitama into a wall while taking Saitama's white belt, resulting in Saitama's pants falling down. Despite Suiryu embarrassing Saitama with that action, he is still in deep shock that he lost. Later, Genos wakes up from the wreckage, and a monster is heading toward the martial arts tournament. After the match between Saitama and Suiryu, the closing ceremony wraps up the tournament. The announcer congratulates Suiryu on his win and the fact he finished unscathed, though Suiryu wonders what would have happened if Saitama hadn't pulled his punch. Out of nowhere, announcements are made that there are monsters around the arena and the attendants are advised to remain inside to be safe. Suiryu, in an attempt to get Saitama out of his head, flirts with an attractive assistant, calling her cute, when people begin yelling about something approaching the arena and black feathers begin to fall onto the stage. The 3 crows land, with Rosie, Dave, and Bazuzu in their grasps. Benpatsu tries to flee but is stopped by Guketsu, who enters the stadium. He easily crushes Benpatsu under his foot and tosses his body in front of the other contestants. Guketsu mocks the contestants, whom he deems weak, but states they may be useful to him as monsters. Snek and Lightning Max confront Guketsu, only to be kicked into the sky and mocked for their efforts. Guketsu introduces himself as a member of the Monster Association. Zakos and the announcer realize that Guketsu was once a previous winner of the tournament. Guketsu explains that he was defeated by a certain monster, Orochi, but was given the chance by Gyoro and Orochi to become a monster, and gain immense strength, in exchange for his loyalty to the Monster Association. He then reveals monster cells, the key to his power. He makes the offer for the contestants to eat the monster cells and join the Monster Association, or be killed. Rosie immediately eats one and transforms into a monster. He attacks Dave, slamming his body into a wall. Despite his increased strength, he is no match for Chose, who easily breaks his neck. Chose notes the immense increase in power from eating the monster cells and consumes one himself, transforming into a monster. He knocks Jackman into the air, incapacitating him. Guketsu, impressed by Chose's monster form, threatens the remaining contestants into eating the cells or be killed by him. Benpatsu, worried for his life, consumes one, and is quickly followed by Hamaguchi and Volton. Soryu and the other contestants watch as they transform into monsters. Soryu, still eager to get his defeat by Saitama out of his thoughts, asks the attractive assistant if she would go on a date with him if he defeats the monsters, to which she quickly agrees to. Guketsu sees that Soryu rebels, and orders the new monsters to kill him. Giving the signal to kill him, Benpatsu speeds towards Soryu, who quickly knocks him down. Soryu punches Hamaguchi in the face, and uses Benpatsu's body to incapacitate Volton without getting electrocuted. Chose then steps up to fight. Chose tries to stab Soryu in the chest with his horns but is unable to pierce his skin. He summons a ball of energy and launches it towards Soryu, who deflects it into the sky. Shocked by this unexpected occurrence, he is caught off guard by Soryu, who knees him in the face and breaks his horns. The two continue fighting, at a speed where only Guketsu is able to observe them. Soryu uses his move, Dark Body Phoenix Rising Fist, to launch Chose away, finally defeating him for good, but notes it has been a while since he had bled in a fight. Guketsu notes the waste of potential if he were to kill Soryu, and gives him a final offer to eat a monster cell. Soryu picks the monster cell up, pretending to ponder being a monster, then throws the cell at Guketsu, saying he wouldn't be able to stand being as ugly as him. Soryu jumps up and attempts to strike Guketsu's face but is violently knocked to the floor, causing him to vomit blood. Meanwhile, in City Q, Guru sees Watchdog Man sitting atop a pile of defeated monsters. Eager to defeat the hero, Guru attacks, using his water stream rock smashing fist technique. However, all his attacks are thwarted by the hero, who effortlessly parries each of Guru's blows. Guru is furious by this, and is quickly kicked in the face. Watchdog Man speeds around and attacks Guru, who takes a defensive stance and notes that the hero doesn't fight like a man, but rather an animal. Back in the stadium, Guketsu stands over an injured Soryu and gives him 3 seconds to stand or get crushed. Soryu gets up and tries to attack Guketsu's face again, using multiple punches and strikes, but Guketsu is unharmed by his attacks. Soryu watches as the crows start attacking the other contestants and innocents, but is punched to the ground by Guketsu. Soryu tries his most powerful move, Dark Body Quake Tiger Fist, against the monster, but his attack is easily stopped. Guketsu throws Soryu's body towards the crows as food and they begin to peck at him. Soryu sees Bakuzan watching the battle, and asks him for help. Bakuzan mocks Soryu, observing how the champion of the tournament is brought the brink of death by a monster. He rejects Soryu's pleas for help and devours the remaining monster cells. Seemingly unable to handle the consumption of more than one monster cell, Bakuzan falls to the ground, much to the amusement of Guketsu. Elsewhere, the monster Jufri begins attacking the hospital where Mumen Rider and Tanktop Master are recovering. Stepping on an injured Mumen Rider, the monster prepares to kill him when a healed Tanktop Master arrives in time and tackles the monster out of the hospital, saving Mumen Rider. Mumen Rider is helped up by the Tanktop Master, and complements the S-Class hero's attack. Back in the stadium, the crows attack Soryu, but are knocked aside by Snek and Lightning Max, who have donned their hero outfits. The heroes assist Soryu in defeating the 3 crows. Soryu, ready to escape, sees the 2 heroes taking a fighting stance towards Guketsu and asks why they aren't fleeing, noting they are weaker than himself and stand no chance against the monster. The 2 state that it's their job as heroes, and gives the chance for Soryu to flee. Hearing Guketsu quickly crush the heroes, Soryu tries to leap over the stadium to escape but is stopped by the newly transformed Bakuzan, who strikes him down to the ground. Guketsu notes Bakuzan has potentially reached the same threat level as him, Dragon. Seeing Soryu trying to stand, Bakuzan leaps into the air and savagely attacks the helpless champion. Gyoro tells Orochi that their plan to take over the humans is in motion and seemingly working. Using a small flying drone like Eye, Gyoro contacts Guketsu, and tells him to return to the monster base, as S-Class heroes may be arriving. Guketsu offers Bakuzan a chance to return to the monster's lair. Bakuzan sees this as an order and charges towards Guketsu, only to be threatened by him with a punch that purposely misses but punches a hole in the arena wall. Guketsu warns him not to get too cocky, as that their monster is far stronger than him in the Monster Association. Guketsu then leaves to return to the lair of the Monster Association. Bakuzan sees the fallen Soryu, battered, bloodied and weak, pleading to leave him be and fully surrendering, stating he was done with the fighting. Instead of granting his wish, the monster grabs Soryu by his long hair and lifts him towards his face, saying he enjoyed beating up the weak around him. A desperate Soryu begins to rip his hair to escape Bakuzan's grasp and tries to walk away, only for him to sadistically break his already injured legs. Enjoying the feeling, Bakuzan steps on Soryu again, tormenting him further and mocking the great Soryu for screaming in agony. An utterly defeated Suiryu then pleads for someone, anyone, a hero, to help him, yelling out into the distance and seemingly getting no response. He pleads any hero who can hear him for help only to get silence in response. Seeing the unconscious Sour Face and Lin Lin, seeing the battered Snack and Lightning Max, he pleads one of them to rise up and defeat Bakuzan, despite the heavily stacked odds against him. Bakuzan then steps on the unconscious bodies of the heroes and Suiryu begins to cry as his life is about to end, only for a confused Bakuzan to see no bodies where his footprint is and Saitama protects Snack and Max. Seeing the caped figure, Bakuzan asks who they are. Saitama responds he is merely a hero and tells Suiryu that his pleas for help weren't unheard. Complimenting Suiryu for holding his own, Saitama tells him to leave the rest to him and faces Bakuzan. Bakuzan recognizes Saitama as the one who defeated him, but Saitama kills Bakuzan in one punch. Saitama formally introduces himself to Suiryu as a hero and explains that he joined the martial arts tournament to find the hero hunter as well as experience martial arts. Saitama plans to leave but Suiryu begs Saitama not to because Guketsu is out there. Saitama ignores him nonetheless. Suiryu hears multiple shock waves, and believes Saitama is killed until Guketsu's decapitated head lands in front of him. Saitama returns and asks Suiryu to not tell anyone what happened, and Suiryu asks if he could become a hero. Saitama agrees, since a nobody like himself can become a hero. Shiryu also asks to be Saitama's disciple, to which Saitama declines. Puri Puri prisoner manages to defeat a demon-level monster called Free Hugger by hugging it so tightly that it dies. Puri Puri prisoner receives a call that his cell mates were captured by monsters. After talking to C-Class Water Gun, Saitama has an existential crisis by reflecting that his experience with martial arts and the Hero Association still left him bored. King meets up with Saitama and tries to explain that Saitama was so focused on being the strongest hero, he lost track of himself and should aim to be the best hero. Saitama declines, saying that it sounds boring, but just when he gives up hope, King offers to play against Saitama using only 2 fingers, rekindling Saitama's drive. Guru is defeated by Watchdog Man due to the unpredictable fighting style of Watchdog Man, but is filled with adrenaline on what he can learn. Guru sees King, and is about to hit him when Saitama kicks Guru into a concrete wall. Saitama mentions that there are news of a hero hunter, and can't wait to meet him. Genos is taken in for repairs to Dr. Kuseno. Meanwhile, Speed a Sound Sonic is training when he is attacked by 2 very powerful ninja warriors named Gale Wind and Hellfire Flame, who offer Sonic monster cells to become stronger. Sonic plans to eat the monster cells, but due to him cooking the monster cells he doesn't undergo transformation and has diarrhea instead. S-Class Hero Rank 8 Zombieman sees Martial Gorilla, and is about to follow him when Armored Gorilla encounters Martial Gorilla. Armored Gorilla knocks out Martial Gorilla, so Zombieman decides to follow Armored Gorilla instead. Bang and Bomb talk about Guru, and a monster infiltrates a member of the Hero Association to give them a message.